Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to see a polyfill for map, filter and reduce. So in upcoming series, so we will see the polyfill for all the array methods which is there, such as push, pop, shift, unshift. So whatever the array methods are there, so we will see the polyfill for all. But today we will see the polyfill for these three. So polyfill basically we have to create custom method such as my map, my filter. So that should exactly behave same as this map and filter inbuilt method which is there in JavaScript. So before creating polyfill for this method, so we have to understand how map, filter and reduce we use and how it works under the hood. So let's see. First, we'll see what is the map method. So map method basically it will transform the existing array and we will get the new transform array as a result. So let's see here. Let map. So we will apply this map method on this array. So this map. So it will take element as a first argument, and then second we will get index, and then third we'll get array itself. What it will do is so it will iterate from first to last, and then we can perform some operation on these numbers. So basically we can multiply, we can add or subtract, and then we will get the transformed array. So what we'll do is we will multiply by 10 to each number. So here we'll get elements, that is we are getting number one by one, and then we'll multiply by 10. So if you try to console it, let's see in console.log and then map response. So here we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So that is we have multiply with the 10 number for each elements. So basically in terms of polyfills, we have to create same method like map. So we will call it my map. So before creating map, we need to understand. So these are the map method. So we are trying to, access with the dot. So these all method are coming from prototypes, array prototypes. So this is inbuilt method there. So because of that prototypes, we are able to fetch it. So same thing, we can push our custom method to that array prototype. Here we have to do array.prototype and then my map. So basically this is function, and then so this method we can access with any array. So suppose here I will copy paste this one. Here result 1, and then here we can have my map. So basically this is the function, and then this function is taking one argument, that is callback function. So this is whole callback function. So we'll write it callback function here. And now we have to do some modification so that we can get same result as 10, 20 or 30. So here we have to write the logic all inside this function so that we can get the same result that we are getting with a map. So before proceeding further, so if we want to access this array inside this function, then this array will be this keyword here. So let's try to console this here. So console.log. So we will able to access this array with this keyword. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we'll write some for loop there. We have to give I, and then this array basically this dot length, and then I plus plus. So we'll remove this console from here. So now we will get the result as a array, right? So for this one we can write one temporary array here. So later we can return it. Let temp. So let temp array equal to empty array. So now we have this callback method, basically this one. So what we can do is temp array dot push, and then we can have callback method. So what this callback method is accepting, so it is accepting element and then index and then letter array. So we'll pass element that is this of I. So that is first element where we will pass, and then index will pass I, and then later array itself we will pass it. So we are pushing this callback method here. So this callback method, so whenever this line get execute, so this callback method will get call, and then this will get execute. So what that callback method will give the result, it will take the element and it will multiply by 10, and then we'll get that element by into 10. So that is whatever the result we are getting, and then we will get a number as a result here for the first element, and then we'll push it here in temp array, and then later it will iterate for every each and every element of this array, and then later we can return this temp array. So for distinguish normal map, and then we'll console it. Map response to, and then we'll call it custom map. So let's see in result. Yeah, so we got the same result. So this is map method which is there in JavaScript. This is inbuilt method, and now we have created my map method. So that is also giving the same result. So here what we can do, we'll try to multiply with the 50, and then here also we'll try to multiply with the 50. So let's see. Yeah, we got the same result. This is how a map method work under the hood. And then same way we have created my map, and then we have attached to this my map to the prototypes, and then later we have access this method with this any array. So this is how we can create the polyfill for this map method. So this is very commonly asked interview question for the JavaScript or front-end developers. So same way we will see the polyfill for the filter. So we'll comment out this one. So we already have array with 1 to 3. So filter basically it will filter out the array, and then it will get the result on the basis of that condition. So let filter result equal to array dot filter. It will also take and then index and then array itself. And then now if we want to filter the array, so I want to number all the number which is less than 3. So now what we can do is element is less than 3. So I need all elements which is less than 3. So let's see in the console.log filter result. So we got the number which is less than 3. So this is how filter works. So we can just filter out the array, and then same thing like we have to create a polyfill for this filter. So what we'll do is we'll try to attach this my filter to this prototypes that earlier we did for map. So I'll just simply add this my filter method to these prototypes. So it is function, and then it will also accept one callback function. We'll just try to copy paste this one to save our time. Response 1, and then my filter. So now we have to write the logic for this here inside this my filter method. And then what we can do is here it will also give the new array. So we will define temp array here, and then we can have for loops same as we did it for map I, and then here we have this. So here we have to write one condition. If this callback And then inside this callback, we will pass element. That is this of I, that is element. And then later we can pass index and then array itself. Array means this keyword. If this is true, here we have this condition, right? So if this callback function, whatever the callback function execution, that value comes as a true, then only we have to pass this temp array.push this of I. Then only we have to pass this element. Otherwise, don't pass it. The same thing we are doing it here. If this condition is true, then only it is returning that value. That returning that element. Otherwise, it won't return. So let's see. Here we will have response 1, and then for this distinguished purpose, we will have custom filter, and then here we will have. So let's see. Okay, so here we got 1 2, and then here we got undefined. So why we got undefined? So here we have to return it from here. So return this temp array. So whatever the value we are storing here inside this temp array, we have to pass it. So let's see. So we got the same output for the custom filter, the same as in whatever the inbuilt filter is there. So we can change the condition if it is greater than 3, or here also we'll write this condition if it is greater than 3. Here we got 4 5. Yeah. So this is how we can create the polyfill for this filter. So now we will create the polyfill for reduce. So before creating polyfill for reduce, so we have to understand the reduce method first. We'll comment out this one. So we already have this array 1. So what we'll do is I'll comment it and then I'll just paste it here. Reduce basically the finally it will give a single result. Single element as a result. So here what we can do is we can create the sum of all the elements. In our real life example, if there is one record, there is certain records, and then we have to find out the sum of all the IDs or monies from that records. Then we can use the reduce function, and then later we'll get the result. So here what we'll do is we'll try to make the sum of all the elements which is there in array. So for this we use a reduce. So let's see. Let result equal to array dot reduce. So reduce will take first argument as element and then second as a accumulator. I'll tell you what is accumulator, and then here it will have the default value for this accumulator. Here we'll give 0. So now return accumulator plus element. I'll tell you how it works. So first let me console this result first. Console.log. Yeah, so here we got the sum of all the elements, that is 15. So basically it will very first it will run this one. Accumulator is 0. So this is initial value for this accumulator. And then it will add the first element, that is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. And then later it will save that accumulator value. So later when the second element comes 2, then accumulator we already have 1, and then it will have 1 plus 2 is as a 3. Then again it will save that accumulator value as a 3. Then 3 plus 3 is equal to 6, and then like this. So final we'll get the result as a 15. So now we have to create the polyfill for this reduce. So same way I will attach this prototype dot my reduce to this prototype, and then it will have the function, and then that function will have the very first is callback function, and then second argument is accumulator. That is, we'll call it initial value. And we'll copy paste this one. So result 1 and then my reduce. So now what we have to do is we'll write for loop here, same as we did it for previous polyfill I, and then this we have store this initial value as accumulator equal to initial value. So now what we have to do here is accumulator is equal to this callback function. And then what callback function is accepting this first element, this of I, and then accumulator, whatever the accumulator we have. So let's see. And now here we have to return it. Return accumulator. Console.log and then reduce response 1. Yeah, we got 15. So basically what's happening here is this is callback function. It is taking this first element and then this accumulator. So later it is coming here and then it is getting executed, and then we are getting this combined result, and then we are storing in accumulator again. So later again we are sending this same accumulator as a second argument, like that. We are saving that values in accumulator, and then we are getting the final result. Yeah. So this is how we can create polyfill for this inbuilt array method. So once you understand the concept behind the any one of method, and then you'll able to write the custom method for other. So if you understood the concept behind how we can create the polyfill for different method, then please subscribe to my channel for support. So I'll bring more interview related question. So thank you.